We're here at Arnold Ice Cave. There's a collapsed lava pit right there. That's where the cave entrance is. It's a sign regarding white nose syndrome and everything to do with bats. I've been to this cave. This is my third visit now. My first visit was in 2004, and I couldn't even get past the entrance. It was still blocked by ice. In 2010, the ice started melting pretty rapidly, and now there's pretty much no ice there, as far as I know. 2016 was my last visit, so 2 years ago. This time I'm actually going to explore, see if I could explore all the way to the very end. Just gotta read a couple things. I'm officially in the collapsed pit, and that little opening there is the entrance to the cave. They say it's got about 2,000 feet of passageway. And this cave does have kind of a historical significance to it. It was actually mined the turn of the 20th century by ice miners, because ice was sought after and used in the nearby town of Bend for various things, including ice cream. There's always that slight little mildewy smell. There's not really much as far as the mining relics go anymore, but as you can see, it descends pretty deep down below, which is why this cave is a bit cooler than nearby caves. The ceiling's already right above me. So I'm several hundred feet within the cave. This is actually looking back towards the exit. It's completely choked by breakdown. The only way to get through it was underneath, and I emerged through this little hole right here where all the arrows are pointing. You have to go through there and squeeze through, crawl all the way through and get around in there. Anyway, the cave still has some breakdown, but it looks like it starts to open up a little bit as we go. Getting off of the breakdown, and this part of the cave up ahead is the original features. Oh, what's this? Small Brewing Company of the Year, Great American Beer Festival 2017. Huh. Anyway, this part of the cave is the original. Wow. And you could see the ceiling, the lavasicle formations, all these water droplets, which kind of give off a silvery shine to them. There's Caves and Lava Beds National Monument, Northern California, where the water droplets give off a gold sheen, and that's due to a bacteria. I'm wondering if this could be very similar. I think I'm reaching the end of the cave. You can always tell because there's a lot of graffiti that suddenly shows up. So it looks like all this breakdown here, there's a big breakdown pile, and it just kind of chokes all the way up to the ceiling. Which means that there probably is more cave beyond this, but the boulders are too big to remove. There's a lot of scratch marks and names. Very recently too. All these decades, this cave has been inaccessible because of ice. And now that it's accessible, all the vandals come. 2016 I'm seeing a lot of. So if this cave gets overly vandalized like some of the other ones in the vicinity, they might possibly gate this one. So going back, there's actually this shelf. You can easily climb up to it, but it looks like if you just stay up here, it leads to a section of cave that is directly above the passage that I went through. I did see it looks like people's tracks, so people have actually gone up on top there and explored up that way. But I'm just going to keep on going back. That's looking back. I don't know how well this will turn out on my computer screen. It's pretty dark and wide. Oh, there goes all the lava-sicles. Some of these are ready to peel off. A little bit higher, about 5 feet. Some graffiti here, a couple of stars. And then it says, "Love you all, Nick," maybe. 2012. Anyway, shut off my flashlight. And it glows, but of course it's not really showing much on the camera here. Go right up to it. There we go. Wow, there's a hole up there. Oh wow. Let me get in a good spot here. So right there, it's like what you would call a skylight, but it's an opening that's about 30-40 feet above me to the upper level of this cave, which of course I didn't explore, but I assume it's where that shelf was a little while back. So I bet it's a lot warmer up there. This area in here is extremely cold. Back where the breakdown meets the ceiling, which means going back through this tiny wormhole. A piece of paper there, it looks like it was an invoice for a Best Western, had somebody's name on it from Bellingham, Washington. I guess it slipped out of their pocket or something. Okay, just following the arrows. I am descending underneath all of this breakdown. There's a part where you do have to crawl, and it's a really tight squeeze. Thank goodness I have knee pads and a hard hat. And it's right through in there. We are officially out of the cave. There's plenty of other caves nearby. That's all part of this Arnold lava tube system. Most of them have a lot of breakdown. And some of them, like this cave, have double levels. Wind Cave, permanently off limits, is a little over 3,500 feet in length. Oh wow, it feels hot out here. Holy, quite a difference. It's a brand new fire. It just sprung up. I don't know how far away it is from me, but the helicopter's checking it out. Huge brand new fire just started 20 minutes ago. It's about 3 miles south of me. Well, no, more than that, probably 5 miles. was a helicopter that passed by and it went back to Bend. Got one plane there, and we got another one right there. The fire has definitely gotten a lot bigger. I kind of can't see it at the moment, but it seemed like it had died down a little bit, but now it's just kind of gotten quite a bit larger now. Talked with Forest Service. I'd actually bumped into these two guys. Their names were Chris and Conrad. I bumped into them at Wind Cave, and this was like 15 minutes before this fire even started. But now it's getting crazy out of control. Just been a lot of planes going back and forth. But yeah, this thing is looking a lot worse than before. My next destination, I was hoping to get towards the Derrick Cave area. China Hat Road goes right in the direction of that fire. So unfortunately I can't go that way. That's how I bumped into the guys again, because they were blocking the road. And so I'll have to go by way of Lapine, south of Newberry. It's really hot. You just see the heat coming off the desert here. The sisters, which were clearer today, are back in the haze. So before I do my trek, I'm just gonna go here into Boyd Cave, cool off a bit, and photograph a couple shots in there. Ooh, that felt good. Air conditioning. So, and when I come back out, it's probably gonna be even bigger. I've always liked skylight entrances. This is the only entrance to Boyd Cave, just this little collapsed pit with a stairwell leading down. Chipmunk going down. Anyway, this way from the stairwell going to the right, there's a lot of sand on it. It looks like it doesn't go much further past that. So this other direction, I think, is more down slope. I think that's where the majority of the cave. I don't remember how long this is, but here's the entrance. So the cave does keep going, but it's pretty much reduced to a crawl for at least the next 100, 200 feet. Check out this crack. I'm just going to turn around and go back this way, which leads back out to the exit. This is the infamous little crawlway you have to go through. It's only about 2 feet high. Fortunately, you're crawling on sand. It's strong enough that you can feel a strong air current right through here. Oh. Wow. It's like a very nice little gust right through in here. It's amazing. It feels really good.